Episode 6, Nothing New. Under the rain cities that learn to slow water. Down whenever a simple solution is proposed, skepticism follows. It sounds reasonable. It sounds logical. And then comes the doubt. If this really worked, wouldn't others have done it already? The answer is yes. They have. Capturing rain where it falls is not a new idea. It is not experimental. It is not a shortcut born of desperation. It is a lesson many cities learned only after expensive mistakes. In highly urbanized places, engineers eventually reach the same realization. You cannot drain your way out of flooding forever. When surfaces are sealed and rainfall intensifies, speed becomes the enemy. The only sustainable response is to slow water down before it overwhelms the system. That is why many modern cities quietly shifted strategy. They still build drains. They still use pumps. But they added a missing layer: local storage and delayed release. Roofs were turned into collectors. Buildings were required to store part of their runoff. Neighborhoods were designed to hold water temporarily instead of rushing it away. The goal was not to stop rain, but to desynchronize it, to prevent thousands of small flows from arriving at the same time. The result was not dramatic headlines. It was something better: fewer flooded streets, shorter flood durations, and more reliable water supply. What these cities discovered is deeply relevant to places like Metro Manila. Flooding and water shortage are not opposing problems. They are symptoms of the same imbalance. When rain is expelled too quickly, streets flood briefly, but aquifers remain empty. When aquifers are empty, water shortages appear. Cities are left dealing with both extremes, sometimes in the same year. The Philippines, despite its abundant rainfall, experiences this contradiction constantly. We are flooded during storms and short of water during dry months. Not because nature is unfair, but because our systems treat rain only as waste. What other cities learned, and what we are now rediscovering, is that rain must be received before it can be managed. Distributed rainwater capture works not because it is clever, but because it aligns with how water behaves naturally. It restores a pause that cities removed. It gives systems time to cope. Most importantly, these cities did not begin with massive rollouts. They began with pilots, small districts, selected buildings, measured results, adjustments, scaling only after evidence. This is why the idea matters here. Nothing being discussed is radical. The technology is simple. The logic is well understood. The risk is low. What is missing is not proof. It is application. The question facing communities like BF Homes is not whether this idea is new enough. It is whether we are willing to learn from places that already paid the price of ignoring it. In the next episode, we return home and face the most difficult question of all. Will this actually make a difference in BF Homes? Or is it just another good idea that sounds right, but changes nothing?